Hey, greeting, fellow brothers and sisters and challengers of the 21-day quarantine body shift. I hope you all are doing well on this Friday, finally, TGIF. So, just a couple of housekeepings before we get started. Today is day 5 of the 5-day challenge, so it's been quite a journey for this week. But thank you all who were able to watch me live or watching the replay. So thank you so much. All right. So if you are joining me right now, please hashtag live in the comments. If you are watching this video right after it's completed, then hashtag replay. In order for me to see all your comments on the StreamYard platform, head over to streamyard.com/Facebook, and that will give StreamYard permission to show your comments. So, what that will actually show up on the feed will be, this is an example, so I'll be able to see who I'm talking to and your comment and with your profile. So if I'm unable to see who it is, then I won't be able to respond with follow-up questions. So this is being streamed on 3 different platforms: my Facebook page, my in my Facebook group, and on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for joining. It's day 5 of the 5-day challenge. It's been quite a journey sharing my story for the last 4 days and just doing a quick recap to start this day 5, and basically what the program's about, what you're getting with the program, and also at the same time how to utilize the ABC mindset strategy to achieve your goals, and at the same time really improve your mindset as you continue to achieve. So it's one thing to hit your goals in a short period of time. We want to avoid the yo-yo effect when if you don't you know work on your mindset as well. So I mean it's quite tough, especially if you're trying to develop a good habit, you're at the same time trying to untangle a bad habit. And the way you do things, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you react to certain things, that's you know those are stuff that's been developed over time as habits. You just don't notice it because it's became part of the way your way of life, and your how you hold yourself. So in order for you to create good habits, it's gonna take just about that same amount of time. So the 21 days is not just only trying to reach your goals in a short period of time, but it's more important to it's a jump start to create habits, create that snowball effect, so that you be able to go about each day, if whether it takes 21 days or 66 days on average to build a sustainable habit. Or I've seen people who took 255 days with their habits, and that one was building empathy towards others. So depending on the complexity of your goal, it all depends how long it takes, so that it just becomes something that you just do. You won't need to time block it or anything. It's just part of who you are now. So let's take that off the screen. So yeah, feel free to, if you have any questions. Today is a little bit more casual because on day 1 we shared about my story in full. and a little bit of introduction to the program. Day 2 was part 1 of the ABC mindset strategy. Basically, finding the action that you need towards becoming that person that you envision yourself to be, and basically, developing the core habits, finding that clarity on what are your 3 core habits uh, that defines who you are and will help you stay motivated through this process, and becoming that person who's healthier, that person who is more focused, and most importantly, being that person who sets a goal and at the same time, achieves it as well. A lot of us create goals or treat goals like New Year's resolutions, and New Year's is just around the corner. That we just state stuff that we wish to achieve, but without creating an real action plan, and not also focusing on the mindset. You're basically trying to go as long as you can, and if you do fall off the wagon, that's pretty much that's it. You're basically saying to yourself, "Oh, I tried my very best, and I guess I'll try again later on or next year." So, and that's not what we want to create, and at the same time, we don't want to. That's the person you don't want to be. Someone that people look at as, they try a couple of things, and if it doesn't work, then they move on or they give up too easily. So yep, let's get started with the presentation. Just a quick one, like I said. So yeah, please also in the comments, how did you guys feel on this week with the presentation? It means a lot to me with your feedbacks and opinions. This is the first time that I'm doing a 5-day challenge. Taught to me by my coach, Kim, and her team. And this is the format that I used for this first 5-day challenge. So let me know how you guys feel, if this has been very helpful for you. I know we're gonna cover a couple of tips and tricks on meditation, how to properly sit in your chair so that your muscles are nice and relaxed and not engaged. And I learned this from my acupuncturist, Dr. Stephen Chen, on the proper way to, especially if you're always on the computer for long periods of times. If office is working in the office behind the screen is what you do, then it's best that you're in the proper position so that you don't feel tired and stressed out by just having an improper sitting position, and having your seat not in the optimal position to achieve the proper sitting position. So all right, so let's get started with the presentation. Let me see if okay, and I will share my screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. Still working on it. My profile got erased yesterday when I did the when I my computer crashed, so I was trying to build the profile from scratch again. So hopefully this new layout looks different, but I'm kind of used to the Facebook layout, the StreamYard layout even more. So give me 1 second as I make sure that everything here is in correct order, and we'll get started shortly. So, all right, there's that. All right, there. And let's see, just making sure it's all. So yeah, I just want to make sure it's all in the correct. That we are live on all the channels. So you guys know that this is happening live, so nothing is edited. So yeah, today is actually Black Friday sale. I have 35% going on my e-commerce store. And then yeah, it will that will slowly decrease. Next on the weekend will be 25%, and then Cyber Monday will be 15%. So yeah, just letting the people know, get it now, because then you won't see the sale until next year. So that's happening on my eBay side that I had for the last 2 years before I went down this road in and my calling into helping people with their health through goal setting and developing the mindset needed to retain your goals. All right, so looks like it's good over there, good over on my page, and working on my channel. Perfect. All right, excellent. Why isn't that? Is this? One sec, just making sure it's all working. All right, so just a little bit on my story here. It's day 5 of our challenge. So we're having this is kind of a workshop towards getting new challengers up and ready and going for our December challenge group that's happening on November 30th. I would like to have 15 people, so there's already 6 people in the program. So hopefully, like I said, I had 15 people, so there's still a few people who haven't yet responded to the emails. So, but the positions will probably fill up pretty soon. So if you want to get your spot locked in for the 21-day quarantine body shift program, then yeah, just let me know, and we'll get you in. So, all right. So just a little review. So today we'll do some of my top tips that may help you on your journey. More importantly, on what I use, my Trello board on putting my workout plan together. So you have access to that tool, and I can send you a copy of that so that you guys can, properly plan your week and what you are planning to work out. So if anything comes out, you're on top of your game when it comes to your fitness. All right. So we'll just do a little short story about me. Try to keep this as short as possible. So I basically started my journey on December 2013 when my youngest, my second born, was born. Basically, he had a couple of health issues, and I was definitely not on the best situation in my health. So I felt responsible for passing on these genes that he'll have to deal with for the remainder of his life. But so far, we're happy, and he's been quite a bundle of joys. He's 6 years old now, so and just having fun in school. So, like I said, I did not feel great under my skin. I was 216 pounds. My blood work was like over in 8 different categories. I had plantar fasciitis, so I couldn't even, after having like a 15-minute break sitting at work and then heading back on the floor, I was in pain, and I was just really sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I just made that change, and the doctor, enrolled me to the Healthy Heart program here in St. Paul in Vancouver. And I just had to make that change for myself, especially my father we lost at age of 62 through a heart attack, and he had a couple of strokes beforehand. And yeah, he had diabetes for like over 2 decades. And obviously that's something that myself and my siblings will have to look at. And definitely, we saw how my dad deteriorated over those 2 decades, where he could not see anymore in his eyes. um, the stroke has claimed his mobility, and basically he was bedridden. It was now up to my mom to support the family, and while my dad was just he each day diabetes just kept on eating at him until so we did it was sad that when my dad passed away, my eldest was only 4 months. So it was the best year of me and my wife, because we became parents for the first time. But we both lost our dads that same year. So my dad passed away in June. Was able to at least touch my son, even though he can't see him. And but then the next month, my wife lost her father as well, and he was in the Philippines, so he never even had the chance to meet our son Trevor. So that was quite unfortunate. So that's why I wanted to make that was a wake up call for me when my second son was born. That I want to be there for him for just graduation. Don't want to be there on the sideline just watching him, well, but also participate in various activities in both of their lives. And I don't want to, who knows about the future, but hopefully I live past 62, that and living active than spending a decade or two confined to a bed. And just my dad just stairs was not his friend. It would always take him almost 15 to 30 minutes just to get up the stairs, because he just lost that strength in his body. So hopefully that's something that especially going down this path of health and fitness, that every day I live to be better in nutrition and in physical activity. Uh, so I did that in the beginning of 2014, and then I put my story out there on Facebook. I have a blog at ryangerada.com. You can see my entire journey from 2014 to, I think, the when I was regular in posting was up to 2017. So, and yeah, my bowling captain Ron reached out to me near November 2014 and shared to me a program that he was sharing with his dad, because his dad was basically had the same was going through the same situation as my dad, but is more pre and trying to prevent what happened to my dad. So he shared to this program, the 21-day fix program that hosted by Beachbody, same makers of the P90X and the Insanity program. So yeah, he showed me this program. I purchased the program plus their uh, their uh, their Shakeology, which is a shake that I took for breakfast every morning. So it's kind of a real replacement for me. And on day 5, I was like in so much pain. I was not comfortable in my skin anymore, right? Or I'm sorry, I was in so much pain that I was about to quit on day 5, and I had like what makes this program different and effective, and was popular is because of its portion fixed containers. So if it fits in the lid, you can have it. And when I saw the size of these containers and how much I could have, I thought I was gonna starve. But over time, when you focus on nutrition, uh, nutrient dense foods, then I never finished my meals that were set for me the day. I always had a carryover for the day after. So yeah, eventually, over time it will your body will adjust and change to these uh, these habits that you are creating for yourself. So let's just say that I earned my stripes and lost 13 to 16 pounds on that first round of the 21-day fix. And uh, I did one in December and lost 6 pounds while still having 3 Christmas parties. So it's not just about calling it a year, saying that okay, well, I had a really off day, then I'll just try again. It's not about you know the religion about dieting and weight loss. It's the practice, and it's practicing it every single day the best as you can, that will help you stay consistent. So it's not these times that you know crunch every single day. It's about just practicing, building a habit and building a lifestyle. So once let's see, the 20 pounds at least came off on 2014, I started running again, and whether it was only 200 meters here in the backyard of my place. My wife was I had to chase her again. So, and in the way that I was basically dying uh, up on the street called Southridge, trying to keep up with her. But let's just say the tables are turned now, and I've been doing marathons. And actually, my brother challenged me on my first race, where I never had this concept of race. My concept of race back in the days was track and field, because I used to do track and field in elementary and high school, and I never knew that this sun run and many races where the streets were closed for the masses. That was totally new for me. Like I said, I was born kind of around the track, and that's all I knew what races meant. So I had this new concept of package pickup, lining up at the finish line with hundreds to thousands, tens of thousands people. That was a new experience. And after the run, the gatherings, the freebies, I was hooked on running races. So That's what happened to us. And these are my two boys now. When I think they were 5 and 2. Trevor's starting his new school, and I started hiking as well. So 2015 was my first rise and my first time hiking ever. So let's just say I got addicted. The next year after, did 10 more races and a lot more races. So here is my sister from another mister, my classmate Shalyn. She is very active in running and most active in hiking as well. So they've been hiking just to that's what they do. So I usually rotate with her husband here, Sam. So I ran those 10 races and they alternated because one had to babysit the son. So yeah, so we did various things, and I tried different things like obstacle course. This is more hiking, like me and D Shellen's coworker, just at the edge of the chief, where my brother was too scared to get even close to the side here of the cliff. So yeah, just tried many things and ended up training for my first full marathon. And here's me in my first ever half marathon uh, program with the running room in Burnaby. And yeah, let's just say the rest was history. Met a couple of wonderful people, Dave and Helena. Excuse me. Yeah, that just create this wonderful friendships over time, right? Ended up getting my first injury as well, where I was really on the crutches for 2 weeks, and I didn't know how I would do now with my marathon training. So yeah, just met wonderful people on this journey. Did my first destination run of 32K, and I was like, wow, like I was already dying in pain, and to imagine that I had 10 more K to go after that. So, and yeah, basically three more. My third attempt of the Sun Run, because it was my first race that got me started on this journey. So I kept on continuing the tradition, and finally completed my first marathon. So that 2017 was action packed and ended up actually doing about 20 races on in 2017. And I finished my first marathon in May. So I just didn't want to throw away 18 weeks of training, and I continued on to the summer training for the Victoria. And hence my my classmate Shalin joined me on the trip down to Victoria to run Victoria, which is quite a beautiful course. But obviously, I didn't train well enough that I yo-yoed through having just a wonderful social life, especially with my brothers, with Dave and his family. Uh, my other sister here, Shirley, that we graduated. We both attempted our first run, first full marathon together. So we kind of built that kind of like class of 2017 BMO that we hang out quite often. So yeah, that's what happened. This was my coach for the summer. He's Olympian for his country. I still can't to this day. I still don't remember what country he represented for the Olympics. So and yeah, we just basically had a wonderful time there in Victoria. Me body doubling for Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. And yeah, just even after that, even more races, just create more friendships so along the way. Just had a wonderful time, and kind of bite me because I I ended up almost getting all the weight that I lost during that session. So did so many races with my running community. Ended up taking my first cruise ship with my running community and various things, to the point, we just did so many challenges together. And a lot of my community knows me as taking a lot of challenges that I ended up on YouTube, and ended up doing this, saw this spicy noodles challenge. Took my buddy Dave on that challenge, and he and his daughter was part of that challenge in the summer of 2018. And let's just say we were all dying that day, right? So we were all dying and suffering, and having to know that we're gonna suffer in 8 hours time, but that may be too much information. So, and yeah, basically that was kind of my introduction to keto. So after that day, uh, you know, Dave and his wife were on the were practicing keto, and like, I didn't know what keto was, and so we did a challenge together. I tried to learn more about the keto and reducing your carbs to 20, and reducing sugar as much. This is us in uh, the New Westminster Street Eat Festival, where we have a lot of food trucks gathered in one location, and we basically had zero. We bought nothing while our wives and kids had food, and we just basically had each other's tantalizing eyes to look at. So yeah, that was quite experience, but we were strong in our regards, and let's just say I won that challenge. I did a lot of exercise. Dave didn't do a lot of exercises, but he managed to keep on pace with me, and that just goes to show you that if you focus on your nutrition, which is either 70 to 80% of your results, you can go a long way. And I basically had to work out hard, and just barely out outpace him on the final weekend of that challenge. So, and yeah, I started a challenge called Quadzilla, and these are the wonderful people that joined me on that challenge. So it's basically 4 races in 4 weekends, or 23 days. And yeah, it was quite experience, and I wanted to challenge myself. I was really tired of this yo-yo lifestyle of running and my diet, and running only for the beginning of the year, and basically relaxing for the next year, like treating my running as a seasonal thing than a year-round lifestyle thing. And I ended up joining a program called the Mouse to Marathon group, and this is my coach Justin Kent, who one day, once we are done with this pandemic, that hopefully we will be seeing Justin represent the Olympic Canadian team in the near future. So at this time as well, from 2019, beginning of 2019, or end of 2018, I wanted to give back to my running community. So I coach and I instruct the Learn to Run program from the running room, with the help of my wonderful sister here, Mandy. So she took me under her wings to teach me, how to be a leader, how to inspire others, and just how to nurture the people under you. And so this was our last class of graduates of the Learn to Run program that had their race in the this new year, so 2020. And yeah, I mean, they are still continuing to run even with what's going on, right? They are running at their own time and in very small groups. And that's just that inspires me, that I was able to give back, just be a wonderful, I guess, influence, or that just planting that seed to getting them going. And that's what I'm hoping to take along with this coaching program for your overall uh, uh, physical and mental well-being. So I was lucky and fortunate enough to do another round of the Quadzilla uh, challenge. So with my 4 medals and my 4 bibs here, but until everything started locking down in March, so I was training for my fifth full marathon at the BMO Vancouver. But then, yeah, just so many uncertainties. I was laid off for 8 weeks, and luckily I had my e-commerce store to get me by and help me, and it actually made more money than I made at my job. And basically, yeah, I made a lot of sales that I never made in the past 2 years. So yeah, a lot of things were happening. I did get injured, and this is for 6 weeks in this summer, and this is kind of what led me to this online space and getting back towards my health and well-being. So that's pretty much sums up my story. Um, but yeah, that's let's see. Hold on. That was just if you tell me the December 2013 version of myself, that I uh, I will be 61 pounds lighter, that I'll be running 4 to 5 marathons and obstacles and hiking, I would be definitely laughing and think that you were crazy, or thinking myself that I'm crazy if I visit myself in the past. But you know what? It it just takes one day at a time, one action at a time. And like I said, I was just basically documenting my journey, just to on the online space, to keep myself accountable, right? And just doing those simple exercise, 21-day fix exercise with the portion fix, and then Shakeology, then blog. And that's all that I was been doing for 63 days straight, actually 4 rounds of it. And just doing those things, hiking. And who knew that I wouldn't have met Shalyn, I wouldn't have met her wonderful husband as well, do all these hikings. And although I probably wouldn't be in the running room at all if what I didn't do those process to keep myself accountable. So that's what you will be getting with this program. Not just only me behind your corner, but also at the same time you're gonna have fellow challengers who done the challenge twice already. So this December will be the third time doing the challenge. So we have repeats signups. I'm trying to work with 15 people. I have about 6 people in there now from the previous from the November challenge, and there'll probably be a lot more from that group that will be continuing on, because as I instruct that it will take more than 21 days to build a sustainable habit. That's why I do recommend doing 3 rounds of it. That it will be, you will have a habit that will be part of your lifestyle, and at the same time you are untangling a lot of stuff that's basically controlling you, and was part of your routine. And there's some people who have done their first challenge this November, and the sugar cravings and carb cravings have drastically reduced. That they don't think about it, and that's what happens in you know this when we're trying to become healthy. It's these foods become so addictive that you know you're always constantly thinking about food. When it does not have the nutritional value needed, then you're constantly, even after having a meal, you're still constantly thinking about food. And in all honesty, it's not your fault. I mean, the food industry has made it its money getting you back in buying the products over and over again. So whether it's food additives, or whether it is really effective marketing, you know, they have it down to a science to get you back. And it's not, like I said, it's not your fault. This has been the research has been established for them as a template to follow over and over again. So it's wonderful to seeing my challengers reduce the cravings, especially reduce the cravings for sugar, and developing habits for something that will help sustain them for the future. So you know do you want to live your 70, if you're when you hit 70, bedridden, or do you want to live it doing the stuff that you love to do outdoors? Like I had one of my fellow runners, Agnes. She kicked my butt when she was 70. She kicked my butt when she was 71. And when I decided to get the coaching program and just decide to start running year round, you know, that was the only chance I was able to get acknowledged from her, that this kiddo was fast, and that meant so much to me, because she inspires me. She inspires a lot of runners at the running room, what she's able to achieve for her age group. So, and yeah, she done a couple of Boston marathons and basically qualified for the next one. But she's taking a break now, especially with what's going on. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been such a crazy and wild times that all we can do now is just do our very best in maintaining, and that's what the program my coach has for me set in place, is to just maintain. And when things start uh, restrictions start uh, getting lifted, that I'll be ready to go. So what you will get with this program, let me open up the windows. And thank you so much. I'm thinking, like, it was a wonderful experience, this 5-day challenge. I learned so much and experienced so much, created a lot of material. So this material will be ready for me when I do another 5-day launch in December. But I am leaving it up to you if to decide, if this is, and especially with my challenges, if this 5 day launch is a lot better, or if I do 1 day per week to just go over a brief introduction on the program, that especially for my challenges, they can invite their friends and families, and that they will see the presentation, that they don't need to explain. I can explain. And I know my challengers, uh, they've been creating this lifestyle for them, that they were able to make that plant that seed with family and friends and colleagues, that they are living proof of this program, and that they are taking up to running as well, and seeing just the energy and the passion that my challengers are able to do. So that can be available to you guys if you are interested. So what I'll be covering today, right? So yeah, yesterday the cart is open if you guys are interested in learning more about the 21-day coaching program. Please hashtag me in the comments, and I will get to you as soon as possible. You are more than welcome also to join our Facebook group, and just uh, click to submit or click to join the group, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. All right, so I'll share my screen again. So basically now I will share with you on how to create, just have a plan for your fitness. And this is what I usually do for myself, right? This is my I use a board, Trello also. It's a free software. It's a free web-based software that you guys can use. There is a paid program, but the paid program is basically adding more customization of backdrops and colors, and basically some some automation as well. But the free version works just as well. And what I love about this, it's almost similar to Google Keep, but I like this because I can treat this as a timeline. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I can drag. So I finished the Wednesday. Yeah, and I guess that's the problem of 5 day launches, that I'm unable to at the time just get this, because my life's kind of split in 3 different areas. I finished that one. Okay. And yes, all right. And you can just drag it back and then focus on what's today. So today I have my run today, so I gotta do that. And yeah, this is my workout. So I just drag, and if I finish it, then I move it down here. And if I have stuff, then I move it here. And that's just basically what I do. You can have a copy of this template. It's kind of public. Let's see if, yeah, okay, I can copy it. I'll put it in the comments, and you guys are more than welcome to, excuse me, to get a copy of this. All right. So it's in the comments. And yeah, just feel free to, sign up. It's a free program, right? And you can have this template. There's a lot of templates that can work to various uh, parts of your lifestyle. This is kind of also a community, so a lot of members here are sharing their templates on how they conduct their lives. Give me 1 second. Still finishing my breakfast. So yeah, I mean, for me, I'm like, I some days I like, especially this time, like I can go longer without food and not thinking, especially when I've been building these templates from the ground up, that I tend to forget that I'm hungry. So that's what happens when you focus on nutrient dense foods. I know that what used to be bland for me is, the taste has come back, right? So I mean, sugar is very addictive. That you're always trying to get that hit, and it's that it ends up all the other foods become bland. And like I said, that's how they get you to keep coming back for more of their products. So yeah, this is what I use. I built this a couple of weeks ago. Added some color templates, labels, and you can. I think the free plan lets you have 10 templates, so that's more than enough to do various things. I use this one as well. Let me move that over for a bit. And I use this template as for my coaching as well. And this is what the ABC program planning looks like. So basically, we find out what your action goal is, so that you continue to build towards the person that you want to become. Because it's not just enough to achieve this goal. You have to become that person that lives that lifestyle. So it's not enough to just buy your first house, and especially if you want to be investor, you have to practice it and live that lifestyle. So that's why in developing the mindset as well as building the habit is just as important, in order for you not to go back to where you first started. And it's quite defeating that you spent 21 days and just basically reset all that and had that all done in just the same amount of time, right? And it's unfortunately it's a ongoing thing. So really, it's not that you can't take an off day. It's just that you don't have to really go 1 to 2 hours working out. You just need to be consistent, whether it's 30 minutes a day, 45 or so, or if you do enjoy working out at facilities 1 hour a day, then that's all it needs. You don't need to do hours of workout per day, get yourself sore. uh, think of the concept of no pain no gain, that at that same amount you need to recover, and at the same time your recovery, then you're not exercise. So it's just finding that balance of stressing your body enough, and then recovering so that your body becomes even more stronger, and then scaling up from there. So this is what the ABC program looks like. And then basically, yeah, just finding out what your clarity on what that person must look like. So it's not just enough to just have point A to point B. I want to do this, and I hope to get it within this time frame. But also at the same time, you're gonna have days when you fall off the wagon, and that you don't want to get out of bed, or you had a stressful day at work. Then having this clarity, having these core values, and what it really means to achieve this goal will help you uh, overcome this mindset. And that's, like I said, it's having that mindset, knowing what this really means, will help you achieve your goal a lot faster, and at the same time prevent you from yo-yoing back to where you first got started. So let me now open up on what the plan looks like, and we'll be closing this up very soon. I want to get over the proper sitting position as well, and so that when you do have time to sit and relax on your break, then you can also focus on not tiring your legs as much and your lower back, and at the same time having the meditation to really focus on your health, your mental health as well. And I practiced something that was quite unique, restorative meditation that I use on my runs. I use it if there's areas that I'm feeling pain and discomfort. That I focus my energy, my chakra to that certain area. And surprisingly, people think it's silly, but I find it work, and that's one thing. It's just having the mindset, telling your mind, turning off the switches, and not feeling that you know that that challenge for yourself, right? So like I said, the mind's a very powerful thing, and we're all basically made out of energy. From the material in this computer, this desk that the computer sits on. Everything's made of energy. So it's just basically just harnessing that energy around you and storing it and using it to also replenish and repair your body as well. And I've seen it happen to various people. I don't know if I have the book in hand, but yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Give me one second. So yeah, I attended this session that my coworker has been doing, and hold on, let me open this. So yeah, I've been building my own software, my own web page with this software. But anyway, side note, yeah, I've been attending this. I think it was back in 2019. Oh no, it's I think a lot earlier. Either 2017, 2018. Called the Divine Dharma Meditation Spiritual Center or Science. So it looks like that. Oh, so yeah, I've been attending that for a year, and obviously, life, different life at that time, but yeah, it was definitely a learning experience. That and just feeling this energy, these in different spots on my body, and feeling the flow of energy, and using it to just focus my mind, and also at the same time relieve stress and pain in my body. That yeah, I used it on my also on my runs. When I felt like a stitch on the side, I basically focused on my energy, and put my hands over the areas that was painful, and just at the same time trying to make sure I don't run into anything, but just silencing as best what's around me, and just focusing my energy into my hands and into the painful area, and it just works. It's just been working for me. So first off, hopefully this tips will help you, especially in your workplace. That proper way to sit on your computer chair is basically, think of it as the two hinges, at 90 degrees. So the first hinge is from your torso to your upper legs. So keeping that 90 degrees as much as possible, that you're neither engaging in your quads or you're engaging in your hamstrings. So keeping that in 90 degrees as much as possible. At the same time, keeping your lower legs at a 90-degree angle from the let's see if I can get a picture. So hopefully I will be having this all set up for you for the next 5-day challenge, or the next challenge. I'm thinking every Thursdays, weekly challenges. All right, let's see if I can use this one as a good example, hopefully. So I'm getting this from, I just Google searched this from, so thanks to this website for the picture. But basically, yeah, just keeping yourself upright as much as possible, having this perfect 90-degree from your torso to your legs, not even at the same time, not you know having your legs open up, then you're engaging your IT bands, but just having it straight ahead of you, so that you're not engaging your IT bands as well, and at the same time having it 90-degree onto the floor, and making sure like it can touch the floor. So I always have to adjust my chair, because my chair seems to, if I'm not sitting on it, get pushed up. So having that then 90. So obviously no, as best no crossing of the legs whatsoever, because then once again, now you're having various muscle groups trying to sustain that position, even though it may feel relaxing and also part of your habit, but you're engaging certain muscles, and those certain muscles are not relaxing, and obviously you will feel it in various areas later on. So yeah, just keeping your legs nice and straight, upper body 90 degrees, lower legs 90 degrees to your upper legs. No crossing the legs, no having your legs wide open as well. And that is the best relaxed state to, also, most important, trying to prevent injuries and putting stress on certain muscles that you're constantly firing. And that's the thing, you're constantly firing these muscle groups that you're not giving them, even though you're sitting, you're not giving them that chance to relax at all, right? So now, even in this seated position is the best way for meditation. So a lot of people from the place that I use meditation, we don't do the cross-legged sitting pose, right? So we do like here a sitting pose, and basically, we put our hands on our laps, like so. Just let me close this one now. All right. We put our hands on our laps like this, just keeping open. They don't have to be like this or anything. They just need to be open, and his hands on our laps, and just focus on the breathing as well. So there's 7 different areas on our bodies where we call chakra points. So the 7 is kind of like the top of the head here, where you kind of like kind of like not the very top, but like almost top, but a little bit slightly back. So this is kind of like a focus point. So that's one. That's number 7. That's more aligned. That chakra point is more aligned to the entire body receiving energy. So it kind of heals the entire body in general, right? So number 6 is right here in between the eyebrows and just right above. And basically this is basically a chakra point towards your brain. So if you are having a headache and just fatigue, anything related to your head, that is a point where you like to draw in the energy and focus there. The number 5 is just behind the neck. It's kind of like to better find out. So it's the next few chakra points from 5 to 1 or 5 to 2 are basically on your spinal cord, but number 5 will be the crossroads, would be your between your shoulders. So align with your shoulders and then align to your spine. That's number 5, and that will be focused on your respiratory system. So basically your breathing, your lungs, right? Anything related to that portion, right? That will be that one. So you can focus your energy there if you're having problems with your breathing in general, air, and at the same time, if you're feeling a sore throat or having a sickness, that's the best way to heal that is focusing chakra energy there. Number 4 will be your heart. So now that point will still be on the spine, but now the crossroad of that is where the armpits meet up, right? So just yeah, where the armpits. So you can focus your energy there, right? And that's responsible for your circulation. So not just only your heart, but also your circulation, circulatory system. So anything with that, with blood work and whatnot, then that is place to focus on, right? So for me, like I said, my heart is on the right side, flip to the right side. So I kind of like to focus in on my heart, uh, than rather just to have that crossroad, trying to find that crossroad. So number 3 is now your gut, right? So that the crossroads on your spine and just where your belly button is. So on your spine and to the level where your belly button is, that is number 3. And yeah, that is more responsible for your digestive system, your stomach, and making sure that's working and healthy and you're getting all the nutrients. And that's one of the best place to focus, especially when it comes to your eating. uh, Focus on trying to feeling, uh, reducing that hunger as much as possible. And that's number 3. There's a lot, if you find things, I mean, I know this book has a lot of notes and areas to focus on. And I think the English is, yeah, all in the back. So I don't know if you can see. So all these spots here, technical terms. So they have stuff here as anemia, back pain, lower pain, cancer, breast cancer, lungs, cramps, constipation, diabetes, heart transplant, hiccups. They show you here what to focus on. And like I said, it might sound all hokey pokey, but I know I found it to work for me. And another good example of that, something Chinese practice, I think, called qigong, where you use just having this energy in a meditated state. So I had to look more into that. I know I was trying to hope to learn that practice a few years ago, but things, I was very invested into the running sphere. So there's so much that you can do. I mean, we all only have 24 hours we can spend, but you do the best that you can, and follow your passion as much as possible. So running at this time, it's still my passion, and there's much you can do. So hopefully that this coaching space through health becomes my one thing, and I don't really need to focus my time now with my graveyard shift and my e-commerce business. So, but we all start somewhere. It's part of the journey. It's part of the chance, and it's part of being successful. So the last two, number two, is kind of like the end of your tailbone. So uh, closer to your bum, but yeah, wherever the end of your tailbone is, right? Then that's number two. You can focus your time over there, and well, that's kind of really focus on your sexual organs. So don't need to elaborate a little bit more, but if you do have problems there, and you have ailments, and you have, hopefully, don't want to, but if there's cancer, or prostate cancer, or any problems with your sex organs, and that's a wonderful place to start, and do, little by little, heal it with, like I said, with the support of also, stuff that your doctor recommends. But like I said, you want to heal yourself, you'll do whatever it takes. And meditation, reducing the stress. Stress is kind of like the instigator that gets you down this road. Not adding more stress to it, and focusing energy there, in those different spots, will help. And number one is, obviously, this area that we don't want to, especially the instructors of the program, don't want to get a lawsuit. It's kind of like in an area that is hard. Actually, we don't even focus on the area, but it kind of, if you practice this on normal everyday practice, then it kind of unlocks itself, right? So it's kind of be between your sexual organ and your anus. So that's where number one is. So to my understanding, it was kind of a spot of abundant energy. So I'm gonna have to read out on that more, but it kind of like, it's not something that the instructors can unlock, obviously, where it's located, but practicing meditation every day, it's something that will unlock itself. And for me, who does not want to have unlimited energy if that's what it does? So, but I had to read again, or ask my coworker um, regarding that. So, but yeah, those are the areas. So what usually, and we'll end this call here, from that point, is that to get into that state, you start off at number six right here. So that's where the concentration to initiate. So what I usually do is to breathe 3 times through the nose, focusing on number six. Sometimes what I usually visualize it, either, for me, because I'm I challenge myself in weird ways, that I kind of visualize it as a black hole. So trying to suck suck the energy out of the air around me, or let's just say the universe, right? That I kind of uh, envision it as a vacuum. So when I breathe in, I think of that spot six, trying to uh, to gather the energy to start to initiate it. So I do 6 breaths in through the nose and out the mouth. When you get to the third one, especially with your hands out, you don't have to be here. I mean, with the hands face palm, face palms facing up. And then once you get to that part, then now you can close your eyes and close your mouth, and then just focus on the breathing through your nose. So, and then when you're doing the breathing, right, you you breathe in, focusing on that spot, and then when you start to breathe out, then from there you focus trying to flood that energy that you stored in down towards the body. So down the neck, through your shoulders, through your arms, through your torso, and then try to finish off at the same time at the ends of your hands or the end of your feet. So on the the healing portion, especially, you have the, well, at the time, I we were practicing. We had the ability to heal others, and I did it for my wife. I did it for, we had a roommate here as well, one of my friends, so who had really bad back problems. So basically, I put my hands on his back, and then basically the other one on the general area, and it helped him. It helped my wife. But like I said, you have to practice this as much as a daily practice. And usually, like I said, it's the hands and the feet where the energy flows out. And then when you guys have the yoga sessions, obviously when you do I think it's uh, bird pose, like, right, then trying to shoot energy out, right? So yeah, that's the same thing. You're releasing energy out through your hands and on the end of your feet. So with that, you're just breathing in, so focusing on that, bringing the energy out, and then now you can move. So six to always to initiate, and then you can work from 6 to 7, then to 5, 4, 3, 2, and then back to 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. So you can focus on those spot in that order. Like I said, number one, you do not. Sounds weird now using just one and two, but number one is something that you don't need to focus any energy on. I really can't help you because I didn't I didn't upgrade or didn't follow the practice to level 3, I believe, right? So it was a nice practice, but it's like we only have 24 hours in a day. I have my life divided in 6 different categories: my work, my e-commerce business, this coaching, the my own training, fitness training for running, time with the family, and whatever's left, sleeping. Right. So unfortunately, sleeping gets the shorter end of the stick. But I'm hoping one day soon that, especially this my space is in goal setting, that I'm inching each day there and learning more and inching towards just following my passion and serving others. Like I said, serving those people in the Learn to Run program and here on the online space. So you just go through that practice. Usually I do like 10 for each spot, focusing, absorbing the energy around me, and then releasing it through my hands and through my feet. So especially for runners, just getting that energy through your legs to just heal my muscles and my cells, because as you guys know, we're all made out of energy. So replenishing that, and everything around air, you know everything's is with energy. So but yeah, and then once you've done that session, say you do that for 30 minutes, if that's the time that you have for yourself, right? Then uh to get out of the state, right? So then once again, Breathe in 3 times. And on the third one, now you can open your eyes, and then to seal the energy that you stored in yourself, then you can close your hands and basically kind of close the doors, and like I said, the energy is coming out of your hands and your feet. So like my hands are already kind of warm already. So then you can close it, and yeah, basically, this will help energize you, help clear your mind also at the same time, and also get you focused. I use this for many things, especially like me working graveyard shifts, and I had a bad, rough night of sleeping, or didn't get enough sleep. Then I try my best to sneak in 30 minutes, and then at least I'm a little bit more alert for my drive to work, and well, driving is part of my work too. So driving to the airport, then I'm not affected as much. So I can work in many things. So it's one thing that you can also, for me, when you do it so much, you can also feel this energy ball when, especially when you're trying to draw energy out of your hands as well. That you can feel this, like they're trying to repel each other, and you can feel it field. So I know it sounds kind of weird and everything, but like I said, it there's stuff that it's worth trying, right? So, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. At least you gave it a nice go, 21 days and whatnot. So I can teach, like I said, I can go through that with you. I mean, like I said, it'll take a lot more longer to go through that process, because I did it with a practitioner that basically helps unlock. So basically, I guess his field of shooting out energy can go deeper into the chakra spots and unlock it. But I mean, if you practice this every day, and feel strongly about it, then you will eventually be able to unlock it on your own, and basically be. I always think of it as a power batteries that you can recharge uh, anytime when you get into the meditation. So anywho, once again, this is day 5 of the challenge. It's kind of at the same sad that it it's all done. I hope 5 days go by so fast, and there's so much. I mean, like I said, this is the first round of doing it. I'm going to be doing it again, or depending on what the my community decides to do. That if just doing it once a week is more better. Hopefully, the only problem is I will have to condense 5 days into 1 to 30 minutes, and then yeah, that's whatever the my group, my community feels that will better serve them, and that's the hopefully we'll see if we have another 5-day challenge. So you can head over to the group right there and learn more about the challenge. We already have 6 people in our challenge group. The group is just basically a gathering place, but then the December challenge group is a separate thing that it runs off a mobile app. And yeah, I'm accepting at least 15 people, just a nice start and a handle for myself. And hopefully you can reserve your spot there. But if you have any questions, feel to comment, and I'll get out to you. If you want it to be more private, hashtag me in the comments, and I will answer. I will get to you as soon as possible. To help me out, and help my get my message out. Yeah, all your comments, your views, your likes, your kudos goes a long way in helping me. It tells Facebook that this video is a very has a lot of engagements. That it may be something that people with a similar interests will find useful. So all this will help me out, especially living my purpose, living my passion in making a difference as much as possible. Like I said, we have our lives are short, so uh, for me, I want to pay it forward as much as I can, and just live my purpose as best as I can. So yeah, that will help me a lot in reaching out more people. So thank you so much for your time. I know this day 5 was almost 90 minutes long, but hopefully, like I said, it the next one will be probably on December after the 21 days. Will be on December 21 if the members think the 5-day challenge was very helpful. So yeah, November 30 we'll be launching the 21 day challenge. So feel free to join and hope to see you in part of the group. So without further ado, thank you for joining me in this 9-minute session. It's the last day. You guys are more than welcome to watch the replays here on my page or in the group or on my YouTube. And that yeah, just I hope to see you guys in. So just have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in the program. All right, thank you, and I wish you all well and live your life by